Hey YouTube, coming at you with the Willpower Cup team where I found a fantastic core and then I went jerk mode with a Charmer. So claydol and moltres I find are very strong together. You know, claydol can deal with a lot of the steals and just fairies because it just takes neutrals from them. And moltres can deal with stuff like other flyers um, and other types like that will like grass and stuff like that. There's not a ton of chestnut. I did use chestnut. Maybe you'll see that team coming up eventually. And then I like, okay, I want something else. And then I'm like, I know Charm has playing this, and I know Liepard was one of those sneaky Charmers where it's just like, it's not a fairy, so people aren't expecting it as much. And that's why I actually used it as a safe swap in a lot of this meta. So even though you use it as a safe swap and get absolutely punished by steal, by the time your opponent recognizes what's happening, and you'll see a few of these, by the time they notice that they're taking charm damage, I've already done like 2 to 3 charms and chipped them like 50%. And that's all, like pretty much all you need. Like that's the role of Liepard. If I'm in a bad lead, like against a dark Pokemon, and I can get 2 or 3 charms through on the safe swap, I think it's done its goal. That's the way I played it anyways. So Mandibuzz is a perfect example. Leave here. Let's see how many charms I get through. So safe swap right in there. There's one, only one, but a Charmer of their own. So that's okay. You know what? It's not bad to draw out one of the Charmers here when you can now get ahead on energy on claydol. I may shield the charge move. I don't really know what the charge moves are, and it seems like it would hurt, so I'm just going to shield up charge move. But get ahead on energy to then, power up would have been super effective, so that's a nice shield. To then get to a Rock Tomb, which will hit super effective and lower the attack of Mandibuzz, and then get into Moltres and see what they have in the back here. So Rock Tomb, that lands, maybe even more valuable landing, and in the back is a claydol, so love to see it. Moltres is one of the best answers to claydol. Throwing just a fly. Don't want to go Brave Bird just yet. They do shield. I may shield the Rock Tomb. Yeah, I'm not surprised I'm shielding Rock Tomb. I'm not really worried about Mandibuzz throwing anything like air slashes. So I don't really care about that. And I got my eye on the switch clock now because if I can, I want to try and get back into claydol and just like absorb this damage. And that's exactly what I did. One and back into claydol. They're a little slow. I think they're maybe trying to charge up and maybe they were a bit slow on the switch. So maybe they're still switch locked. They do go Ice Beam, super effective, but I do not care about that. I care about this Mandibuzz. I care about keeping my Moltres alive. So I could take a move here. Aerial Ace is an overall nerf, but it definitely hits harder now. So you'll notice that some of these Aerial Aces are really chunking on these on this Pokemon here. Mandibuzz is so tanky. I don't know if I can take it out with a fly from this range. I assume so, and I don't really want to go Brave Bird just in case a Mud Slap then takes me out. So I do just go fly. It does take it out, which allows me to take it down with a couple sucker punches. Greninja, again, bad lead in here. There's one, there's two. So I got 2 charms through, eventually get hit with the steel. So I still have Dark Pulse. I'm still a dark Pokemon, and they are psychic. So I can still hit super effective here, potentially grab a shield. Both would be great. So do grab a shield. At this point, let it go because they just threw. I wouldn't be surprised if I come... Oh, they undercharge. That's a smart undercharge to get a little more energy. I might be surprised if I come Moltres because that is only taking... I'm hitting super effective and I'm only taking neutral, whereas opposed to claydol would be taking super effective as well from the Fury Cutter. So take the Gyro Ball, someone says. It's not Gyro Ball. Gyro Ball, have energy. Out comes a Rapidash. This will likely grab a shield or do a ton of chip damage, and then I think I'm going to instant swap and then hope that I can shield up a couple, Rock Tomb it enough that the attack is lowered so that it won't take me out. So they go one Night Slash. I do get the Rock Tomb off. This will be big, taking it out or grabbing that second shield. I assume grab that shield because they're going to have energy here and want to get it off. But we both have 3-turn fast moves, which basically means I'm going to get a full Mud Slap through every single time. So I'll shield up a potential move. It is another Hydro. One more Mud Slap takes it out. So now they're going to have to throw the move, or else I'm going to take it out here, and I do take it out. So despite 2 leads, switches that got like 1 to 2, and then generally hard punished, I still take both of those matchups. A good lead here against a Steel. Again, they have super effective Fury Cutter, so they're not in a rush. Malamar, let's see if I try and catch here. Nope, too slow. I'm gonna have to shield now. I think my initial thought was like try to catch on the Moltres, but I guess I'm now just coming straight Moltres after. Oh, it's a Peck. It's a Peck Malamar. So yeah, Sidewave is kind of useless in this meta, being resisted by Psychic and by Dark. So a Peck Malamar is not actually a bad play here. I do get to a fly and take it out. I keep Switch. If the Metang comes in, I've still got super effective Sucker Punches, and I'm just going straight Brave Bird because they're trying for the full farm down. And at this point, grab a shield or do a ton of chip damage. And I'll do that chip damage. I instant swap, knowing that they're probably going to swap, but the damage is done. It's already taken to the deep red. And if I can force them out and delay the timer and Rock Tomb this, and I can probably use one shield and Rock Tomb again. Or am I just going to try and charm it down and shield the Metang? Well, I live because I've already Rock Tombed them once. I don't really care about that fast move going through on the timing there. This will grab the second shield or take it out. Not take it out. I would have actually lived that. Switch timer is up. I got a Charmer here. I think I got to respect the Brave Bird. Charms are adding up. It is a Brave Bird. They do come and snipe me, but I'll live one of these other moves here. And come in with the Sucker Punch, so allowing myself to just basically be taken out here, charm out for the rest, take that matchup there. Thievul, Dark, Psychic, bad against Dark. So eventually get in here, 1, 2, you get 2 charms, that's okay. Eventually met by the Steel. That is weak to Dark. They are throwing a move. That's pretty quick, so is it quick? No, it's okay, Gyro. So same thing again, they just dumped energy. They're a Shadow, so I wouldn't be surprised if I shield here, which is fine. I'll come out with like a energy and a move and a half here after this full farm down, so I'm not really worried about the switch clock when I came in super fast there. And it is an Annihilate, so they are just, I'm guessing just sacrificing this and just trying to run with Thievul. Nope, they shield. Interesting. So here comes the second one. Counter's neutral, so I may instant swap. Yeah, counter's neutral, so I'd rather take the resisted. This is super effective. They're a Shadow. It will chip, but it won't take me out. Counter's resisted, but now they can just come in here and snipe. And I do shield. I think I shielded because I just dumped energy on the Moltres. Sucker Punch would be resisted, and I have no idea. Yeah, and then so yeah, I think my thought process was, I don't know what the moves are. Sucker Punch would be resisted. Maybe they would chip me too much that the Annihilate could just counter me down. But what they did is they let their other Pokemon go down, and I've got a couple counters through, and then took me out there. So heads up on my opponent. Maybe not so heads up by me. Claydol, Mirror Match. I know the majority are running Ice Beam. Catch on the Moltres, catch the rocks, the Scorching Sand, so that's unfortunate. I'll go straight into my Charmer. It's one of these where I'm likely to just shield up any move coming my way. Sucker Punch resisted, shield up the Flyer Brave Bird, Charm down, come out with energy. Dark Pulse is still going to be super effective on the Claydol if that comes back in. Right, so it's one of those keep switch or align Moltres if I really want to. Let's see if they decide to throw or not. They do shield. Looks like a CMP here, so I assume I get taken out. Just one extra Mud Slap to take me out. I assume I'll just align like I always do, resisting the Mud Slaps. I may want to respect the Rock Tomb here. Yeah, that's I think fine, respecting this move that does over 50%. And they are staying in, so I'm going to go 4, so it's 8 versus 9 fast moves. And try to take this out here. If they shield, I would have instant swap, but they do not shield. And it's Poniard in the back, and Poniard is hitting super effective against the Claydol with the Fury Cutter and X-Scissor combo here, or Night Slash combo too, actually. Yeah, so the Night Slash. I do not get to move. They take me down just before, but I did put them in the deep, deep red. So now they're going to need an X-Scissor and maybe even a Night Slash to take me out. So there's the X-Scissor, not enough. They're going to need Night Slash. I just need to commit to the fast move down, but they just dumped all their energy, so they will not get it. resisted Sucker Punch for the win. Galarian Moltres, so we know where we're going here. Very quick, but met with Shadow Annihilate, and we simultaneously take each other out. Super effective counter stab, non-stab, super effective charms, Shadow Annihilate, so we both basically destroy each other. I purposely clicked on Galarian Moltres because I assumed that they were just going to come back in and force me to show my last Pokemon, so I'm like, I'll show you it. Do get to a fly. My only concern is now I'm going to get just outpaced because they had a 1 or 2 Sucker Punch advantage. So these Sucker Punches are adding up. They're going to outpace me. So if I can throw here, that's great. And then I may try and like catch on Claydol or sacrifice Claydol and then try and run with Moltres in the ending here. Catch. Nope. What am I going to do? Sacrifice? If you're going to sacrifice, you want to try and do it on a catch here. Oh, what am I doing? Because now they're going to do a ton of damage here with the Sucker Punches and force me to shield a Flyer Brave Bird and get more Sucker Punches. So I should have tried to catch that. I don't know why I didn't. Because now just so much damage is going through. They have a Primeape Shadow version. So Scorching Sun should be enough to take this out. And I'm hoping I have enough energy. But if I remember CMP here, yeah, CMP, where they get to move off and take me out. So I think I should have caught there. I think I lost when I just like let that go down while giving them the farm advantage. Primeape. Shadow. Shadow will hurt, but you don't want to shield the first one. Counter's not, or Karate Chop's not going to take you out. And Rage Fist, you don't want it to boost it first. I know they're going to get to a move here, and I did overfarm. I did it on purpose at the time. I think it was like fast move timing. Try to make fast move time properly, which is okay. You know, I don't mind being a little off on the fast move timing to keep switch and have a bit of energy. And it is the Sableye, so I do get off the Rock Tomb, which will lower the attack and do like 50% chip. So take that, and they give up switch. And Pawniard's tough, right? Because it is half steel, and Fury Cutter super effective. So I'm trying to chip enough to put it in fly. Why did I come in there? When I know they have a Sableye, why did I come in with my LIEPARD there? I did basically what I said you should never do. Is I took the super effective fast move here and allowed them to chip on a Pokemon that I really needed. And now I need to get into the fast move down. And just as I get to the move, the ball spins on me. Now I'm going to have to burn a shield here. What am I doing? I'm not doing well. That's for damn sure. Yeah. The problem when you run a Charmer, as you can see on the counts, 21 to a Dark Pulse, 24 to a Play Rough. You're not getting to the Charm. You're not getting to the move, right? So basically you have to like put shield pressure on with these other Pokemon and just try and fast move pressure with this Pokemon. So when you get in good matchups like this, you can probably get a shield back. So you just shield up a move, you charm down, you take it out, you have energy coming out. This thing's pretty attack heavy. No matter what they come in with, I'm doing at least neutral. So Play Rough will do good chip if they let it go. They do not let it go because they kind of know this thing's pretty attack heavy. They're trying to overfarm a bit, which is fine. I still get some charm damage through. Keep alignment on Claydol. Claydol will take super effective though, but I think you can definitely live one. Doesn't mean I want to take it, and I may shield. Yeah. It's just an Aqua Tail, and it's a Rapidash in the back. So what I think I'm going to do here is lower the attack for starters, and I may try and catch a Mega Horn, which would otherwise be super effective on Claydol on the Moltres. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. It's still neutral on me. I'm half dark, but the half flying offsets the weakness, makes it neutral. Fairy Wind super effective, but Sucker Punch is neutral. It's half psychic here, so they're going to need to throw a Body Slam. You know, with the Fairy Wind's Body Slam probably is enough to take out. It's going to be close. No, not yet, not quite, which allows me to take them out. Not that I need an undercharge, but trying to Sucker Punch a bunch. And although those are resisted, allows me to get it into one Mud Slap range. And they crunch me super effective, but I live, and that Mud Slap goes through and registers and takes them out. Mirror Match again. Again, I just assume I'm shielding up most of these because most are running Ice Beam. I'm not running Ice Beam, not because I don't believe in the move. I just don't have the charged TMs. I've gone through charged TM roulette here, and I'm not in a good spot with my TMs, despite them offering more TMs in the in like the Go Battle reward search type thing, whatever it's called. So Greninja comes in, going Scorching Sands. I don't know. I'm not going Rock Tomb. I should definitely go Rock Tomb here. They're gonna shield up pretty much anything. They are Switch Locks, so it's not like I'm catching them completely off guard, but basically just sacrificing it. Got a couple charms through. That's fine at this point. Maybe come Galarian Moltres and just Sucker Punch down. Hope I take them out before they get to a Hydro. If not, Hydro would kind of hurt. Yeah, Hydro would kind of hurt. Is the technical is the technical reason why I just let that go. Drapion comes in. We both try and like catch there. So this kind of forces them to throw here because they don't want me to come through and Mud Slap a couple times because they're in fly range. But I get an extra move and I'm waiting for them to throw first. I really need them to shield this. I am going Fly. I don't think Fly would take out. That was a bit of an over... Like, I'm already at 100 energy, so that was kind of wasted Sucker Punch there. But they do shield the Fly. I do have the Brave Bird. Go back to back here. And this will one-shot what's left here. So yeah, I hate using Charm users. You know, even in this meta where there's so much dark, I still don't like using it. I don't have... People may be asking, why did you use the dark instead of the Hatterene? I don't have one. They always say you should keep Pokemon just in case it becomes meta. And I tend to keep good IV Pokemon. And maybe that's what I'll do. Someone asked me like to show my GBL roster one day. That we probably could have done it during this Master League Willpower Cup, but maybe I'll just save it for like the next time Master League is on. So I usually keep like one of everything just in case, like you never know what's meta. So Pharaoh, I had like a very good low attack, high defense stamina spare that I had sitting there for who knows how long. I just did not have one of these Hatterene. I've caught them before. I just probably, if it's a bad IV, I always just like delete it. And I did not have one left over to, I think they're in the wild right now, and I still just don't have one right now. I understand how strong it can be, and I've gone against it a couple times, and if you don't have an answer to Charm, it definitely adds up. So could just run that if you have that. Yeah. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having a good weekend. I'm kind of reorganizing things because I have a team that was working very well. It was a spam team that worked well, but it was just double weak to Charm, and then I saw 2 Hatterenes in a row that charmed me out. So I'm like, oh, so I swapped, and then I went to Chestnut, and that worked for a bit, and then I've seen a lot of freaking Flying Dark, so I like modified my team again, and then I hated the team I modified to, so I have like 3 or 4 teams of like 5 battles. So I don't know if I just want to roll it into like just one big, I tested this and this and this and this, my evolution there, or just try and keep going until I find a good one to maybe showcase for like Monday. I don't know. So we'll see. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.